Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We're going to do something a little bit differently today. I've been getting a lot of channeled messages, downloads, a lot of dreams, and I usually am just not in a space to kind of just sit and record a video or anything like that, so I just write everything down. So I'm just going to kind of like do some short videos about these channeled messages that I've been getting, just to kind of relay the information. So keep in mind, this is not a reading. I'm not going to be pulling cards. Visually, there might not be anything exciting to to watch, but just I'm relaying messages that I've been getting. So the first one we're going to start with is I've been having a lot of dreams, and getting a lot of messages about being mindful of the masculine and feminine energy within everything, specifically focusing on masculine energy. And before I get started on that, I just want to clarify, when I say masculine and feminine energy, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, and it's important for that energy to be unified within us in order for our path forward to be easier, okay? Masculine energy is the energy of physicality. It's the energy of movement. It's the energy of acting. It's the energy of everything that we are doing in the physical world. When we talk about feminine energy, we're talking about, what we are being, the information we're receiving, what we're allowing ourselves to receive, that nurturing energy. So feminine energy is not necessarily an action-oriented energy. It's more of a still-based energy, where masculine energy is that physical energy. And so when I'm talking about masculine energy, within you, it's what you are doing, right? And in other people, it's the same thing. It's what other people are doing. It's the physical action. It's the boundaries that we're setting in place. And so the message that I've been very strongly getting over and over is that there is a need to support masculine energy. Not just masculine energy as a whole, but the need to support genuine masculine energy, divine masculine energy. But what we are more leaning towards is, instead of supporting masculine energy, we're dipping into this space of nurturing wounded masculine energy. And the more we nurture something that's broken, the more we're giving energies to that, and it's keeping it in the same space. And so it's important to shift into supporting what is genuine, authentic, masculine energy, whether that be that masculine energy within you or that masculine energy that you're seeing within other people. When you're taking notice of genuine masculine energy, divine masculine energy, that needs to be supported. Instead of saying, ooh, that masculine energy is wounded, that masculine energy is broken, that masculine energy needs to be loved. If that masculine energy is sitting in a wounded space, giving it more nurturing, you're just nurturing something that's wounded. And something to keep in mind with masculine energy heals in a physical way. So masculine energy is not going to heal in the same way that that feminine energy heals in. Feminine energy heals in the act of doing nothing. Feminine energy heals in receiving information, heals in the way of being and feeling. But masculine energy heals through action, heals through movement. So in everything that you're dealing with, make sure that you are supporting genuine, authentic masculine energy and not nurturing what is wounded. Now, wounded masculine energy is going to be overthinking. It's going to be overanalyzing things. It's going to be overdoing things. And so here's something to kind of keep in mind. If you're dealing with somebody who is extremely jealous, or extremely worried or extremely anxious, then that person is overthinking or overanalyzing. And so if you're giving extra to that person in order to make them feel better, in order to satisfy those overthinking thoughts, you're nurturing that wounded space and just creating a space where they're going to need more of that nurturing and that reinforcement, and not really going to push themselves out of that space, right? Wounded masculine energy is also being too closed off, being too dominating, being too aggressive. And so if you do anything to nurture that, and give into that in any way, you're just giving more energy to that ego-based wounded masculine energy, and that's not going to bring any change to the situation that you're dealing with. Now, something else that really strongly came up for me is when it comes to supporting masculine energy is boundaries. When somebody is putting up boundaries, it is important that we honor those boundaries. And at the same time, it is important that we ourselves put up boundaries towards what is important to us and honor those boundaries. So this is something that I've noticed. When you're presented with a situation where somebody is putting up boundaries and not communicating their feelings to you, and you're really wanting to know what this person's feelings are, we tend to do a lot of things to find out what that person is feeling for us, or push that person to express feelings toward us, because we feel, or we might perceive, well, they'll feel better if they express their feelings. Well, they're just hiding. They're just doing this. They're just doing this. It doesn't matter why that person put up boundaries. If that person is putting up boundaries towards that, they're doing that for a reason. And it's important that we are respecting the boundaries that other people are putting up, even if we don't think that those boundaries are necessary, no matter why we perceive those boundaries or why we perceive that person is putting up boundaries. We have to honor the boundaries that other people are putting up and not try to push past those because we think that that person needs nurturing, okay? And again, at the same time with boundaries, we also have to put up boundaries to what's important to us and be willing to not let anything overstep those boundaries, because again, you need to be supporting masculine energy instead of nurturing the wounded part of masculine energy. It's kind of like positive reinforcement. It's like, instead of trying to fix what is broken or discipline what is going wrong, praise and support the things that are working. And so I would recommend just kind of taking a look. You can Google, like, what is wounded masculine energy? What is divine masculine energy? What is wounded masculine energy? What is sacred or divine feminine energy? And make sure that you're supporting what is divine instead of diving too much into what is not working. All right, so that's the message on that. I'm going to do another video for the next message. Love you guys. Bye-bye.